Hello, everybody. Welcome to Penn State. There's two main buildings where matse people live on campus, and that's Steidle and the Millennium Science Complex. So we're going to start with the Steidle building. So Steidle was the original home to material science and engineering. It was built in 1929 by a famous architect who built lots of college campuses around the United States, including some of the Ivy Leagues and Pitt and Michigan. So we have a number of historic buildings that are significant in terms of the architecture, not just what's inside them, which is arguably equally significant in terms of the research and the laboratories. So now you're seeing, if you were standing in front of it, an image of Steidle building. This original Rotunda structure is sort of a historic building that's protected on campus. It's a beautiful spring day. Walking in this direction in about 8 or 9 minutes takes you to the Millennium Science Complex, just to give you a frame of reference. So if you stand on the stairways and look in the other direction, right, you'll see this sort of beautiful classic old mall area that's flanked by a number of dormitories on the west side of campus. You turn around and face into the building, you'll see the old entrance, and we can walk through. And so this is all 1920s and 1930s architecture. But as soon as you walk in, you'll realize that the building underwent a massive transformation where the entire interior of the building was demolished. The exterior was saved for historic purposes. And we actually have a brand new state-of-the-art building sitting inside this old, beautiful architectural shell. And if you walk in the entry floor, you'll see that there's a beautiful laboratory space that's 4 floors tall. Right, and everything on this side is the original Steidle, and everything on the opposite side of this stairway is the new laboratory Steidle. And one of the nice features about Steidle is that all the laboratories are shared spaces. There's 4 main laboratories. Each of them are about 7,500 square feet, and roughly 12 research groups share that nice new laboratory space. If you walk through our staircase, you can see the structure of the building. You go down these stairs to a ground floor where there's laboratory space for undergraduates as well as teaching space. But the main engine of Steidle is this beautiful 4-story laboratory complex, right, that's filled with lots of nice equipment and lots of great people. So this laboratory you're looking at right now is the laboratory from our group, and there's lots of vacuum instrumentation as our group does a lot of thin film work. So we can pan out to a floor plan now. So this is where the laboratories are. I just want to give you an idea, if you come to Steidle, what your day-to-day existence might look like. So we'll walk through into our laboratory entrance. And we can walk down the laboratories, right, enter there. And then there's really nice office spaces, right, that are opposite the laboratories. Nice, open, sunny spaces for all of your desk work, and all of the floors are the same. So if you were to come to Penn State, your office existence would look something like this. Right, it's really quite comfortable. Everything is nice and new, and we're really happy to have these beautiful resources. So we have a number of nice common areas as well. We'll go up to all the way to the 4th floor. So the 4th floor has a number of meeting rooms, a number of areas where you might give your dissertation or you might attend seminars. So we can zoom in. So again, this is the view of the laboratory interior. This is the 4th floor where many of our polymer or organic materials faculty are doing their research. Again, you can get the idea of how it is to be in Steidle. And then we have some really nice conference spaces for meetings between maybe your group meetings, maybe your dissertation. So if we walk through, one of the nice rooms in Steidle, this is another one of the historic ones. This is the Rotunda. You can see it's a nice area where we have our Steidle cafes once every few weeks under normal conditions. And visitors come here and give seminars. You might give your dissertation in this room. It's just a really nice environment, both to do research in and to just come and spend time here every day. 3rd floor, additional spaces that are used again for meetings. And each floor has one of these rooms with nice comfortable seatings, all the nice modern equipment for sharing your results. and each one has a little kitchen behind this wall for bringing in lunch. So it's just a really nice, well thought out environment, really to facilitate interdisciplinary research in a really positive, bright environment. The last thing I want to show would be the first floor. I showed you before we were standing up on top of that staircase looking into the laboratories. If you walk down that staircase, you come to this area here. So the ground floor in Steidle, it has more space designed for undergraduates, but all graduate students have access to these. There's a large computer lab, as well as some shared laboratories here. These are mostly, but not exclusively, used for undergraduate research. And then the large classroom behind this wall, and then the back entrance of the building. And I'm taking us back here just to make a few comments about what it's like to do research in the current time. We were shut down as a university for roughly 2 months, April and May. In that time period, we spent a lot of time across campus and with a lot of leadership from the material science department figuring out how to come back to work safely. And my intent here is just to articulate to you that we've spent a lot of time making sure that we have protocols in place for safe and productive research, where people have plenty of access to their laboratories in an environment where you can feel comfortable working with your colleagues. And the bottom line is, I just want to say that it has worked. So you can indeed come to Penn State and feel comfortable about the policies that we have in place